Howdy, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, we're getting into this second.
The first 10, 15 to 20 minutes, like really hard. Get every possible Roshan. And the problem is, they don't even have Roshan damage on OG side.
No, you're right, they don't. I mean, they are really relying on their team fight ability, and they want to roll this game. That's what I'm picking up here. That's what I'm sensing. They just want to roll this game, and they want to find their momentum. They want to fight, and then they just don't want to stop fighting. I mean, this very much feels like OG. Just after last game, they were just like, we can't fight. It's so boring. We just want to kill each other. All right, let's just go for a draft which only does that. That's the approach here in game number 2 as VP moving into the enemy side of the map with the smoke. Will they find anything here? Doesn't look like. I mean, currently OG are huddled under their tower, but we'll see if there is any action to take place. One thing I do like is they've got a lot of answers to this void outside of Chronosphere. Obviously, the Chronosphere is scary. Oh, hold on. We do have a little bit of a kerfuffle taking place as they jump forwards onto mid one. Oh, dear me, that's a lot of damage coming through onto the silencer. Can they finish him off, though? It doesn't look like they can. DM really wants it, but he might have gone a bit too far from him, as the rest of the team are not really that committed to getting this kill onto the silencer. And now OG looking to maybe turn around with some hits. A little bit of a kerfuffle results in not much really, just a lot of damage taken from poor old mid one. The silencer and the Phoenix also dropping and the Magnus getting a little bit low there, but nobody falling. No first blood just yet. Just a little bit of patty cake being played. The OG will now take up the bounty. Oh, it does result in 3 runes for OG.
I have seen like a top tower where 4 heroes on both sides are. I don't even know how they ended up getting there, but yeah, it looks like just 3 runes for OG gonna be a nice start for them. They're gonna need things like that. They're gonna need to get all the bounty runes, every small advantage they possibly can get. And I feel like Saksa, he's gonna have to go off this game alongside with Thompson and just keep on solo killing people essentially.
More or less, yeah, more or less. Well, Seb heading down to this bottom lane. He's going to be playing on the Sand King along with Saxa, and Eplex Kid and Ilias are going to be the responses there. But yeah, I did just want to mention, tap briefly on the fact that I like some of their answers to the Faceless Void, because they have got all of these routes available from both the Tree and the Dark Willow, and this is going to allow them to possibly get easier kills on the Faceless Void than last game, because obviously that's going to stop them being able to get off the time walks. When his last game, their idea was to kind of throw the time dilation back in his face, which kind of worked until the late game. He gets that Satanic and he kind of just kicked off anyway. So again, though, you know, these Chronosphere answers are not really there, and again, they don't have any egg hitters as such either. I mean, do you envision them having some big egg problems this game?
Oh yeah, definitely. Egg problems, they're gonna have problems with the bottom though. Faceless Void. Woo!
Wow. Okay,
there.
well yeah, there's the first example of that route not being available. Sorry, the time walk not being available because of the route.
So egg is going to be a problem. Invoker with Aghanim's, I think that's going to be the biggest problem, because they're going to have RP and the Chronosphere that's going to be able to blow heroes up.
Oh yeah,
with the Cataclysm in this game. Yes. So I'm looking out for GPK here. This is going to be his show, I think, in this game, especially if they're going to be focusing the Faceless Void.
Yeah, and he could really use a confidence boost after last game. You know, it was a pretty rough showing from him, uncharacteristically having a pretty rough time. The lane didn't quite go how he wanted. After the first 5 minutes, he was dominating, but then he let his lead slip, and he was really feeling a little bit unimpactful throughout the game. But, Seb, down to the bottom lane, going onto the Faceless Void. Do they have the damage to bring him down? They don't, and the Faceless Void will be able to time walk himself away. So this time the trade goes in the other direction, and OG are the ones who lose their hero.
Gets Sal back up. Epileptic Kid, it's as if nothing has happened to him in this lane. They even have to use his own regen. Yeah, everything's back to normal now. Down in this lane.
Yes, it is. Balance has been resumed. Well, they do get the first blood gold on the side of OG, so maybe a little bit richer for them.
How's the Silencer lane looking?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to ask. How is the Silencer lane doing? Well, so far so good. He's got himself a ton of last hits. Once again, save. Just trying to mess with the creeps as much as possible. But Mid-One's actually taking Tame out of the lane to chase his Phoenix with Icarus dive. So, don't know about that one, Chief. But nevertheless, he will return to this lane. But how do you think the Silencer's going to do in the mid-game here? Because carrying Silencer isn't something we're used to seeing.
Yeah, he's got a snowball, right? He's got to get a lot of items like power treads, hurricane pike, mobility, just be able to go in and out of engagements, maybe even a blink dagger, so he can dodge some time walk chronospheres. I think that's the only way that he's going to be able to save himself, pretty much. So he's off to a good start. He's got good last hits, but I don't think this Magnus is pressured at all at the moment. He's got like 2 range creeps in front of him. The wave is in front of the tower, so he's quite happy, I must say. And DM, man, I can't believe they're giving DM Magnus. Like, this man is just an absolute beast with this hero, and he always somehow manages to not get punished in the offense.
Yeah, I mean, I've been following DM quite closely since his days. I think he started out in just a bunch of different CIS stacks. When you're talking about CIS players, it's always a safe bet to assume they've been in Team Empire at some point, but he was in Aachen City Esports Club with lovely Funnick and some German players, and then got picked up. I mean, he's always been a very standout player, though, in my eyes, and it's fun to see him playing with his VP stack, where he's really being enabled by this team. Plays a terrifying Magnus, and yeah, if you guys are interested, his Sand as well is also something to be feared. Another one of his standout heroes for sure in my eyes. But yeah, 2 mag performances is not something I'm going to be upset about from this guy.
Mag Void is just such a strong, like, possible. Got the very pressured by that, and then Void just spawned. Well, bottom though.
Oh, he actually gets finished off. The 2 points in Shadow Realm are enough to finish the job. Down goes Ilias. Yeah.
It's gonna be nice. They're gonna.
What sort of prize?
This Thompson is gonna be rotating a lot though this game. Last game on. Feel like. There we go, bottom epileptic kid.
Alrighty.
Oh, Thompson's 5. That's a very early rotation.
It's huge. Yeah, let's see if they can make anything happen from this one as they poke down the route. The avalanche toss. My goodness, he just disappears. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they get him. Wow.
Completely unexpected from Epileptic Kid. No, there's no other mid player that rotates at 5 minutes. Like, it just doesn't happen. Normally, they might rotate at 6 minutes with a power rune, but at 5 minutes with a bounty like that, just level 5. And the main reason, because GPK just got like 2 free waves from all of that, right? So generally, you don't want to give the enemy mid that much free farm.
Just Thompson things, having some fun with it, playing around. But yeah, GPK will be the
power rune.
No tail once again. I didn't manage to get to the arcane in time. Yeah, Save and the Invoker both getting on top of him, forcing him back and giving that arcane rune to GPK. Never fun to play into this arcane rune, that's for sure.
Yeah, GPK is just having an absolute blast now. I think he's gonna keep on getting free farm design. He went for the Quas Wex build. This is what we normally see with Void. Like, you want to be able to fight early on. You have a Magnus on your lineup, so you don't want to go Exor and be a burden to your team as well. But then later on, you're gonna start scaling into your Exor when you have your Ags ready. You're gonna have like that perfect build already to be able to blow people up. Cataclysm.
Yeah. One of my favorite combos as well when you're playing with Silencer into Phoenix is dropping the global silence as he tries to Icarus dive away, so he can't cancel the Icarus dive, and he just comes swooping straight back into where he is. Exactly. That's one of my favorite interactions.
There's also a point I was gonna make. Well, actually, said just kind of dive bottom. GPK TP'd in to that creep skipping offlaner.
Oh, there you go, a rotation in from the Invoker. I mean, he is Quaswex, so it is to be expected, but yeah, again, helping out the Faceless Void and spotting the wave as he now makes his way back towards mid. And Safe just picking up whilst he's away.
Those are very clean rotations, right? Because you're just using your TP, you know it's a guaranteed kill, so you just kill him and instantly go back to the mid lane. There was literally like no risk for GPK at all for that play, so very nicely done. And what I was gonna say was, yeah, it's very rare that you see people pick Phoenix into the silencer, just because of, you know, the global effect, but also last word. If you last word Phoenix when you're going on him, he cannot dive out because he'll just come right back because he gets instantly silenced and he's not gonna be able to end his dive pretty much.
That's the problem, is Nightale's just causing so many problems for Save here. He's being so annoying, just interrupting the stacks, and being just generally being an OG player. Really?
Yep.
Tops him with the Invis rune. Doesn't have much mana though, so no combo potential until he gets a couple of bolt charges in. But could look for a cheeky toss play. Nah, he's just going to pop it. He wants the mana more than he wants the... Oh, he wants the stacks. That's what he wants.
3 stack here. Take it away from the enemy. It's a very good play. If the enemy has a lot of creep stacks, you should definitely go and get it. It's like the same thing as stealing away your opponent's bounty runes, pretty much.
Meanwhile, DM, he's in pretty deep here. His mid one and Saxa get on top of him and should be able to secure this kill onto the Magnus, just making sure they find it with the Bramble Maze, and he won't be able to navigate it successfully as he does lose his life. So, yeah, it's laning phase, making some really nice plays on the side of OG to bring themselves ahead, and this is what they need to do. They really do. Another thing about that stack, by the way, is it's another reason it's really good to take it at this point especially, is because it stops the enemy finding all their neutral items through one stack, which I think is actually quite an underrated part as jumping forward onto the Phoenix. My goodness, that's a lot of damage coming out from Sops. And can he finish the job? No, he can't. The Fire Spirits and Tiny's abysmal attack speed causing difficulty tonight. They drop down the Chronosphere to try and bring down this Tiny with 4 heroes surrounding him. Thompson will return to the gravel. See you later, Tiny, as he gets taken down in the mid lane and a bit of an overextension. Could you call this space? I'm not sure.
I don't think I can. I think that was a very nice kill from Epileptic Kid. He really didn't want to stay in the bottom lane any longer. He would be farming much slower. He wants to move closer to the Magnus and just start farming jungle creep. So I think Thompson just kind of gave him a reason to do so. It was a good try though to try to get the Phoenix, but it was very unfortunate he was not able to complete the kill.
Yeah, wasn't able to make anything of it. And now, well, once again, more poking and prodding coming out from the side of OG as they're looking towards GPK and Save, just chasing them out this triangle. Man, they really want to just take over this safe area of the map.
Yeah,
they really
so
don't want them there.
They gotta do this, right? They can't let the Magnus and Faces Void just set up shop here and just start farming away.
Is under attack.
They got nice sentries, or they should start planting some sentries in here so that VP can't take the area back with some vision. Mid one actually went for Midas this game. Okay, I don't know when the last time I saw like a carry go Midas in actually in game. It might have been like a Void or something in a completely free game, but other than that, you know, it's just not an item anymore. Hand of Midas.
Really? Why is that? Nothing's
too expensive
about the item.
Well, it's way too expensive, and it doesn't give you any stats, right? So you're not tankier or anything like that. It just kind of helps you deal damage and, you know, farm a little bit faster. That's it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you like it with the attack speed on Silence with the glaives, so that aspect of it's kind of nice, but you don't rate it. Meanwhile, Supernova's going to get dropped here actually as they jump forward onto Thompson. Tiny trying to get himself away. The impetus is doing a decent amount of damage, but Ilias, oh, you've got to be careful. The Avatos comes down, and that is one dead little deer stuck in the headlights as OG get the strike and move themselves away. But of course, they're not moving away from this triangle. Oh no, this is the OG area of the map, and they are making sure that Virtus Pro know about that, and they are not going to be playing in this area for much longer.
Under attack.
Yeah. Seb is also up here. They really want to take this top tier 1 tower so they can just start sitting in the triangle. This is very different, right, compared to all the other games that you normally watch. Most of the time teams are trading tier 1 towers top and bottom, but OG, they want the top tower. They know this is like the protector of the triangle, so get rid of it, take over the enemy triangle. But VP Prodigy, VP already have Epileptic Kid in the bottom triangle instead, farming away over there with the power.
Yeah, and DM as well, you know, as much as I love his Magnus, it doesn't do that much this early on in the game, you know, it just doesn't have the way into the fights, especially when you're looking at the heroes on the side of OG, you know, you can't just walk into this fight and land an RP, you're going to have to get the blink. He wants the mech beforehand, of course, wants to have the item which up. Actually, Sax is just going for the solo kill hill, getting in front of him to make sure he gets dragged back, and he's going to be able to do it. Oh my goodness, the solo kill from Saxa, playing it out here, but now the Chronosphere gets dropped down. Epileptic Kid with another fantastic Chrono, does get caught in the Bramble Maze, which might stop him able to finish off mid one here, gets a bash, Fit comes down though, saves him. Saxa making the plays, will give his life for it, but saves mid one in the process, totally worth it. Wow, what plays coming out from this Dark Willow down to the bottom lane, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, this is exactly what we said. Saxa is going to have to go ham and start solo killing people at some point in this game. They want to win this, but Epileptic Kid making a mistake just like last game. He should have finished off that Dark Willow before he went for the Silencer, because Saxa managed to get his stick off and get that fear and get Silencer out of there. I think if they killed the Dark Willow first and together with the Invoker they went for mid one, he would have died.
Yeah, but that fear was able to come through because he went for the bigger target. He's a greedy boy, this epileptic kid. He really is. And now, well, Supernova just going to be jumped onto the Silence's face. He drops down the ultimate, but can't fight into this because of the cold snap, so he can't bring down the Supernova. That is a wasted global silence. And No-Tail might be going down here as well. Pops his ultimate as well. OG just throwing everything at this worthless fight. And they're going to end up losing both the heroes all the same. Thompson, he's looking for the cheeky play on to save here. Avatos combo, it's not quite enough to finish the job, but with the tree throw it will be. GPK looking for a bit of revenge. Not sure we'll be able to find it though. With Ilias here, they do have a decent amount of damage. Thompson just trying to keep close to the impetuses, and now, oh, Seb tries to come in with the stun, but gets blasted back by the deafening blast, and unfortunately cannot help out his teammate. Oh, a bit of feeding going on from OG.
Oh, that defense on the bottom tower, it was just so nice, and meanwhile, Epileptic is just able to farm on the entire time. Saksa though, he's trying to be annoying. He's blocking the ancient camp with his body.
The end goes down at bottom. Epileptic, he's getting frustrated here, popping that Mask of Madness, and Willow's just like, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, even trying to find the courier. My goodness. I mean, Epileptic is wasting so much time trying to chase this little fairy. She's just taunting him. Maybe they can get a kill with GPK coming over. Another Shadow Realm being popped here. Has the fear, but unfortunately has no mana anymore. So surely this is the end of Saxa. He's performed admirably, but will eventually fall.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Epileptic Kid, he wasn't gonna just keep on hitting creeps. He was gonna chase that Dark Willow down, knowing that GPK is coming in hot with that haste rune. And now they're gonna probably have to trade towers here. But mid is already dead though. Mid one does not have a TP available to be able to come on top. So Seb is just gonna use Sandstorm, sit on the corner of it, and be able to blink out if VP actually commit to the tower.
Yeah, VP aren't interested though. They're just happy to get their triangle back. Their beloved triangle.
Oh, smoke though. Interesting. Chrono is up, but Epileptic Kid just wants to keep on farming.
He does. I think that's probably the right call. I think bringing 4 heroes to this movement might be questionable. I don't know, we'll see how it works out. It's all about efficiency though when you're trying to make these plays into games which are as high pace as this, you know, if you can bring less heroes to kills.
OG also smoking.
Quite nice. Ooh, they are.
They got global available too.
They do. Certainly do.
And they got two blinks too. Sanking and Tiny both got blink. This is OG online right here.
Yeah. They found DM. Great target to find. Global Silence going to be popped to make sure he can't pop any RP shenanigans, and just dropping down the ultimates onto him, bring down that Magnus, and find the clean kill. And this is a huge kill as well, because it's so deep into the enemy side of the map that now, once again, they're losing ground. They're losing space to farm in. It's very costly for Virtus Pro to lose this, but they are looking for a counterplay here, I think. A lot of heroes huddled up in the trees together, getting snuggly as they see No-Tail. Got down the cold snap with the sun ray. That's a lot of damage onto poor old No-Tail, and he is going to lose his life. Tries to go for the ultimate again. Loves throwing down a couple of these fat R's.
And here they're gonna rotate back towards the mid lane. They know VP is stuck around the bottom area of the map. They're walking through the vision as well, VP here. So they might actually take a fight with Thompson's Blink Dagger.
Yeah, Midwind's not great though.
In the back.
Sticking himself in the middle. Ah, this is why, because Seb's coming for the backstab play. Doesn't quite have the backup just yet. Thompson comes in though, but they do get off the Supernova. Midwind, he's looking over towards the egg. Can they finish the off in time? Yes, they can. RP's not enough to save it. The egg falls. Ilias doing a decent amount of damage to Thompson, but now with actually Saxa coming in, they can just drop the Enchantress in a flash. And that is going to be 2 big kills on both the supports going down, and Virtus Pro can no longer defend this middle tower, at least for the time being.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Very good fight again for OG. These Blink Daggers, they're starting to really shine right now for Sanking and the Tiny. Epileptic Kid. It's gonna get kicked out of the jungle bottom now.
Is he dead? Thompson comes in as well. He doesn't get off the time walk in time. Finally throws it out. It looks like he's gonna fire though. Thompson's not done yet. They're just gonna drop the chrono straight onto Thompson's face. They'll punish the overextension of the tier 2, and they'll be able to take him down. That is pretty costly there from Mr. Thompson.
Oh, that is so costly. Such a big kill too. Epileptic Kid had like a sliver of HP there.
Being trapped really nicely by Saber. Tornado as well. Did they find that kill? Oh my goodness, that was sick. But now they jump into the front lines here. OG actually committing to this one. 3 onto 5. This can't work out well. Mid one's going to lose his life. GPK looking onto No-Tail. I don't understand why they're throwing bodies at this fight. They're really adding fuel to the fire. And another log gets burnt up as No-Tail trying to work his way through the tree lines here. Needs to get to the safety of those precious woods, but I don't think he's going to find it. And even the Sun Strike's finishing off. Nope, never mind. Ilias will take it with an impetus. But that's going to be 4 heroes killed off over the space of a minute from OG as they start hemorrhaging down at the bottom. Oh, okay. Yeah, he gets the cheeky one.
Yeah, while GPK was chasing Seb over there, OG actually went onto the Faceless Void with the Overgrowth, and that's why they got stuck. They weren't really throwing their bodies, but they couldn't retreat any longer, right? The heroes are very slow, so while they're retreating, everybody would just get massacred anyway, so they try to stand their ground and fight and maybe get more trades that's favorable to them, but they just couldn't. Invoker just dealing way too much damage alongside the Magnus there. Alacrity Invoker is starting to kick
Radiant's courier has been killed.
The obnoxiousness from OG here, though. You know, we just lost 4 heroes. Do we care? No. We're still diving in tier 2s. Thompson, he's like, yeah, you don't have Chronosphere. We know your game. Sax will get jumped here, though, once again, with that Sunray, with this Cold Snap combination, and now DM's going to come in and finish the job with a skewer and a right click. Down goes poor little Saxa. This is a bit too much. Oh, Seb's going for the ultimate here. They might be able to do it. Global Science comes in as well. They're trying to bring down the Faceless Void. Do they have the best potential to do so? Doesn't look like it. Next, they just turn around and straight up murder Seb. Okay, this isn't how this was meant to go. Thompson as well, in some trouble. He's going to get finished off, and the rest of OG can but leave as mid one goes to the TP away, and we'll get out safely.
I hate to say it, Nomad, but this is looking a lot like OG running out of gas now. I think not being able to kill that Faceless Void with a committal of Epicenter and Global Silence and trying to throw all their heroes at him is that's a very bad sign. And right now, VP, they feel extremely comfortable to just get out on the map, push out the lanes aggressively, maybe even push towers if they want to. Because the big skills on OG are on cooldown. The mech, it was like the mech plus the magic wand just made it enough for the Void not to even be close to dying.
Yeah. Yeah, he was absolutely.
They also got the. Yeah, they also got the Sunray too, right? They can just throw on to whoever gets jumped later.
Yeah, I mean, Sax has been feeling quite invincible because he can jump into the fights, pop the Shadow Realm, and then, in theory, be immune from damage. But with the Cold Snap on him and the Sunray as well, that's definitely proving not the case.
This
This high tempo from OG is really kind of coming back to bite them here.
Ooh, Manta completed now on the Void too. That's gonna be able to dispel the sounds or the overgrowth, and he doesn't even need to buy damage items this game. He's got Magnus in power, then he's also got Alacrity that's gonna be thrown on top of him. So as long as he just keeps on buying items that keeps him alive, the damage output will just come so naturally from the spells of VP.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, it's safe to say they've failed to really shut down this Void. He's still doing very well in net worth, got himself the items he needs to be a factor.
Another smoke.
About how they control him in the fight as Thompson jumps in once again, immediately going into the Faceless Void. Faceless Void's absolutely fine though. They'll drop the Supernova down as well. I like the kid baiting down the Chrono. Realizes he doesn't even need to use it because Thompson's out of mana. All he can do is try and run himself away. Now they see him, now they can take it down. Meanwhile, the backlines, No-Tail gets killed off by Ilias, but Thompson's the one who's going to get finished off by a left kid. Meanwhile, they'll chase down Saxa, save on the run. Seb's going to come in with the stun though, and actually the Sunstrike's going to miss because he's going back in. Saxa doesn't have a care in the world, but he is going to get finished off by save. Just due to the flames, it seems. Meanwhile, Seb trying to play around here. They know where he is. They've got the dust. Bow strike up the high ground. Epileptic Kid will follow them. It's going to be another kill going their way, and that's going to be 4 dead on the side of OG. Man, Virtus Pro. Is there any stopping them at this point? I'm not too sure.
I mean, this is what we talked about. 20 minutes. That's what OG had. The only goalie they were able to build up it was about 3k, I want to say, before they started running out of steam. So that's what it looks like right now. They're going to take the tier 1 tower. This is the first tower going away of BP, and if they feel really frisky, or I don't know what the right word is, but they can just go for Roshan.
I like that word. I like frisky. Yeah. Get frisky. Go visit Roshan. Spend the night.
Exactly. I think that's that could be a really nice play from them too. They got so much damage up right now, and just picked up a People's Gift on the Void too. More HP. You saw what happened that last engagement. The Tiny went in, Avalanche Toss combo onto the Void. He just clicked his Time Walk, full healed, pop Time Dilation, and then this Tiny just was like, alright, I guess I'll die now.
Where was the global silence? I really feel like OG were waiting for the global silence there. Like, there's no way Thompson makes that play unless he's expecting that to stop the Supernova, to stop the Time Walk. I feel like,
I mean, he's got Manta, right? Maybe. So the global silence won't even matter at that point. Just pops Manta Dilation, then boom, the Tiny is just walking stone essentially.
All right, give me some good news for the OG fans out there. You know, they're feeling pretty glum. Game 1 was a bit of a wash. Game number 2 not looking too great either. What can they do to turn this one around? Is there any hope for this team?
Dire's top tower is under
They gotta smoke it. They gotta go into a backline. Maybe
Dire's
pop like
structures are fortified.
going on the Faceless Void is just option. He's too tanky. He's got heals from his allies, so they gotta get the support. Maybe the Phoenix or even the Invoker. Invoker would be actually probably the best kill. He's only got a Spirit Vessel and he's going for a Solar Crest this game to try and boost up his Void some more first. So I think it would be a good idea to just make the smoke gank and hit on the Invoker, and maybe VP, if they try to fight it anyway, I think they're going to lose that engagement.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We expected him fully to go for an Axe this game, but he is committing to his Solar Crest, as you say, to buff up its Void. Could be a really easy pick up from the backlines, and obviously with the Global Silence, you can hopefully deal with the Supernova, but yeah.
I think he's looking at his levels at the moment and how he's scaling up. Like, this Cold Snap has been very useful against Tiny and the Dark Willow in the engagement, so he decided to level that up some more with his Quas, and then after his Solar Crest, I think we'll see him either go for like a BKB or an Aghanims. We've seen right now, they don't need this Axe to even kill OG's heroes anymore, right? So that's probably an item that they will decide to buy later on in the game. I thought this game would be a lot closer than it is at the moment, so the Aghanims would have been like that game-changing factor, or even in the late game, I think it's still going to be a very big thing. It's like a secret weapon, you know, VP are holding on to if it gets worse.
Yeah, they've always got that to fall back on, especially in the late game. We're certainly going to see it if this game gets to the Invoker getting to 25 for the max points and exhaust. So for now, we shall have to wait patiently. Shame. I do like casting some good old Cataclysms. They're very shiny, very fancy, but not today. We've got plenty of other ultimates though, so I certainly won't complain. The RP going to have Blink available hopefully quite soon. Did decide to go for the Guardian's Greaves first, which makes a lot of sense when you're playing in Silencer.
I like it. I like it a lot. It makes him extremely tanky. It makes your team tanky. It's got that cloak available too. Not even going for the blink. I love this playstyle of Magnus over the, hey, I'm just going to go for the big fancy RP and, you know, get like 4 people.
Oh, at least get the bounty. Didn't even get the bounty. Dying for nothing, but we'll get finished off. Once again, Cold Snap Sunray, just too much for Saxa to deal with, and he will go down for his greed. Meanwhile, No Tail, he's chilling. He can be... He can't be seen? He can't be seen here. Okay, alright. Trees just being trees. Very cool. That's good again. Okay, now they see him. He's going to pop the ultimate. Meanwhile, Zed jumping in, trying to find the kill onto Enchantress with that ultimate. But meanwhile, the Chronosphere on the backline, dropping onto the Tiny. He can't survive it. He's gone down. Topson is out of the equation. And mid one, he's just having to run away. This is their carry. This is their big boy. And he is looking like a little baby boy indeed as he's going to get chased out of the fight. The Zed goes down as well. And mid one just runs away with his tail between his legs. Saxa boying back into this one, actually seen by a Poked Kid. But they want Roshan. They want the bigger target. And this game, I mean, it really is feeling like, I mean, Virtus Pro are just like the big chads back from the gym, and OG are just kind of children of this one. They can't even take this fight, but surely they can dig deep and find this magic, but oh, this is not the magic we're looking for. And even the Global Silence comes out as well. Oh, goodness gracious, this is a bit of a disaster, Theban. Not exactly how we expected this one to go. Well, how some people expected it to go, I guess, but yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, they got the BKB on the Void, pretty much unstoppable. Alacrity and power plus Solar Crest, always going to be thrown onto the Void. He's going to have an insane amount of DPS. They're going to get Aegis now, and the lines are being drawn. Alright guys, next up, we're going to take these 2 towers. They can't fight us. Let them come into us, and we're just going to destroy them. I think this is what BB Prodigy are thinking. OG, they really need to get this Invoker, man. He's the big factor in all these engagements. I feel like epicentering, going for the Faceless Void is just no longer the play, or has not been the play for a while.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Out of mana, running out of health awfully quickly, and DM will cut him down, and they actually see mid one as well. He is able to get himself back. No Tail in the mix as well. I mean, it feels like we haven't seen the full engagement from OG where they jump in with the Global Silence and like Topson gets a free selection of targets. Again, it's been VP starting the fights, and that seems to be what they love to do when they're playing against OG in this series.
I mean, that play is like between minutes 10 and 18, right? When that really shines. And then at some point, people have like Manta or ways to heal up through that damage. So we're like well beyond that point. It's just not really going to be a possibility. But we can possibly see some surprise blink epicenters on Invoker and like try to blow them up together. He doesn't really have any ways to live through that combo. He's the one hunting, man. He's 10, 0, and 14 on GPK. He's just absolutely destroying
Yeah,
My
yeah. Now
goodness.
again,
Dire's
finding
middle
Thompson in their
tower is under
jungle,
attack.
sniffing him out and bringing him down. Thompson just really unable to get the ball rolling in this one, or the boulder rolling as it may be. Man, 10-0, 14 Invoker, GPK.
Uh-oh, no tail, he's inbound.
Oh dear, another one sniffed out here. Yeah, the crew is on. It feels like one of them has a radar and just finding out these heroes wherever they are. OG. Again, you know, it's if there's a comeback here, then it's going to have to be some really special OG magic, because this draft is not designed to play from behind.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
PK. It's going to be tempted out by the courier. He wants the hero, but I guess it's not the courier, why not?
Dire's
I
middle
always
tower
take the
has
couriers,
fallen.
man. They give you more gold than the heroes. Whenever there's a courier, oh, we're slapping that. Free money. They got the Lotus now too on the Phoenix, like he's had it for a while. Jeez, this Sans or Global Sans is just... Magnus bottom, that's an epicenter by the way, used up.
Yeah, they got him pretty low. Can they finish the job though? No, they cannot. They cannot at all. And now Seth, even with the Lotus Orb upon himself, will probably be falling here as well. He's got the blink to get himself away, getting back to his teammates. The Supernova's been dropped. Mid one's trying to take it down, but Chronosphere comes down trying to defend it, and they won't be able to do the job. Supernova comes crashing down. They will lose Thompson. They'll lose mid one as well. Another 4 kills going the way off the side of Virtus Pro. Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel like they could probably consider calling this game soon, David. I don't want to be that negative guy, but I mean, considering how early they called last game, it's feeling like this has now reached a worse point than last game did at the point where they called a GG on that one.
Well, I watched Thompson with Cold Snap on him try to hit the egg for like for the duration of that egg, and I just got immediately depressed, so.
Did he get one hit off on it?
Dire's bottom tower
No,
is
he
under
didn't.
attack.
He has an Echo Saber too. He did not get a single hit on it.
Oh boy.
And I think, yeah, OG are probably thinking like, okay guys, one more fight. We still got our buildings alive. Let's see if we can do something. I mean, they tried to epicenter some other hero other than the boy this time, but DM is just too tanky with that cloak.
Has fallen.
So let's
Dire's
see
bottom
what the
tower
next
is under attack.
plan of attack is here for OG.
Big boy in the high ground. Aegis, Alacrity, Solar Crest, Step Light to Kids. Come at me is what he's saying. And well, they grab Seth, they scoop him out of the base. This crowd's gonna get taken on down. Scorpion killed off, the down goes the ultimate, gets it off the Mantra easily perched. They'll try and bring down Athletic, but he's got an Aegis, so not really even cares. I mean, they're not going to be able to finish the job here as they will back themselves up on Virtus Pro. They got 1 kill, they forced out a buyback. This is enough from them. BKB on cooldown as well from Athletic Kids, so they're looking to wait it out. Although saying that,
Dire's
he's still
middle
hanging out in the
tower
front.
is under attack.
Aegis will go in 40 seconds, so gotta be cognizant of that one. Oh my goodness, they just jump forward onto that poor old Dark Willow. She gets taken down. They will take the Aegis, but will they be able to actually follow up here? I highly doubt that. And DM with the skewer out of the base. No tail, singled out, taken down, and now they're looking up that high ground. Mid one though, popping that ultimate, looking for the targets here, but it immediately gets purged up by just about everybody. They'll jump for the Sansa. He gets taken on down. That is 5 heroes dead. The towers are falling, and once again, a solitary GG from No Tail as Virtus Pro, they take the series 2-0, and man, what a performance from them. I mean, really proving that they earned this promotion to be the main squad. Virtus Pro absolutely smashed.